Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a chit chat get ready with me. So let's jump right into it. I'm actually going to be doing just my regular basic face. I'm going to try to mention the products that I use in this video, but if I forget to mention something, I will make sure that I update the description box with everything that I use. So basically, this video is going to be another self-help type video. So I'm not trying to bombard you guys with this kind of content, but it has been received well, and it is therapeutic for me to kind of talk out my thoughts and things that I've been feeling on the inside. So for my brows, I'm going to be using these Benefit products, the Browsing and the Precisely Brow Pencil. So it has been therapeutic, and I've kind of been enjoying doing this kind of content. So by the time this video goes up, I will have had my vlog video up where I kind of talk about having an aha moment with God, and by this time I also will have my tea talk video up, just talking about being in your late 20s and getting out of a funk and getting out of a rut. And so when I've done those last two videos, like every time after I finish filming, I feel like, oh, I still have more to say. Like, oh, I should have talked about this, I should have talked about that, or I should have went more in depth into that. And I'll probably have the same thing once I finish this video. But first of all, let me just say thank you to everyone who left a comment and showed your support. And a lot of you were saying how you've actually been kind of feeling the same way too, having the same emotions that I've been having. Thank you for your comments, your encouraging words, and y'all, we are not alone in this. And that's another thing, like, that I'm happy I put it out, because it's a lot of us who are just kind of going through that struggle, and we just don't know where to start on how to fix it. Thank you all, like, for real, for real. And it's crazy because my biggest thing is being cynical. Like, I am very stuck in my ways, and I know I get it from my dad, and I know it because that's exactly how my dad is. And it's crazy because I hate that about him. Like, it drives me nuts on how cynical he is, and I'm always like, I'm not gonna be like that. I don't want to be like that. Like, that's not how I want to live my life, and that's how I was living my life. And so part of me did not want to upload that video. And again, I feel like this was God showing himself to be again, because I've been kind of disappointed. I don't want to say kind of. I've been disappointed with just my channel overall, right? So if you guys are new to my channel, a lot of you may not know that I have been on YouTube for years. Now, when I started doing YouTube videos, it was strictly for fun. It was before I was in college. It was before a lot of people started, like, really making money and getting popular and, you know, expanding and building brands from YouTube. It was before all of that. So, like, I was just uploading videos strictly for fun. So yeah, I will say that when it comes to my YouTube channel, I definitely haven't put in the necessary amount of time and effort that it takes to make your channel, like, grow or to really build your channel. I pride myself, y'all, on not just uploading any old kind of content just to say that I uploaded a video. Like, there's been a lot of things that have been popular, a lot of trends that I never do because I'm not doing anything that I don't enjoy. And so that started to become frustrating too, because you see so many people, like, I see people who started their channels after me, and then they're getting, you know, they're growing bigger than me, and they're just uploading any old kind of videos, and people are watching it. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the best hairstylist or I do the best wigs or any of that kind of stuff, but there's, like, no shade, y'all. And I'm not trying to be shady, because that's one of the things that I'm eliminating out of my life: shadiness, envy, jealousy, all that other kind of stuff. But I do watch some hair videos from people who have, like, a huge following, and I'm like, like, people really like this. Like, y'all really like the way that this looks. So just to circle back while I said this long drawn out story, and I've been kind of stuck with doing hair videos and stuff that I'm comfortable with, that I like and so when I was uploading that vlog, I'm like, this is not really, I don't really come on my platform and act like this. I really don't come on my platform and I'm not be vulnerable like this. Like, do I really want to put this video up? Like, out of all my vlog videos, like, I don't really get that many comments or anything. Like, there's not a lot of interaction with my vlog videos. And that video, I've been getting more comments, I think, than any of my other vlog videos. So it's like, maybe it is me. Like, again, I'm so cynical. I'm so stuck in my ways that I have the opportunities to really pursue something and be good at it, but I'm always stuck in my mind on doing it a certain way. I feel like that's what happens with a lot of us. Like, we all have just natural God-given gifts and talents, things that sometimes we don't even work towards, or we don't even practice. We didn't really build or develop these gifts or talents. We were just kind of born with them. And a lot of us are kind of born with the same talents and gifts. But at the same time, we're all not designed and created to use that same gift in the same way. I'm really working on really honing in and developing and nurturing my natural gifts that I have, and really trying to figure out how I'm supposed to use them for my purpose. So a lot of people are good at hair and everything, and they're meant to be hairstylists. They're meant to be makeup artists. They're meant to be these big gurus and YouTubers and beauty influencers. That's their gift. Someone else may have the natural gift of doing hair and doing makeup, but their purpose may not be to use their gifts how these other people are. And I think that's what's holding a lot of us back, is that we have these same gifts, but we're not using them in our designed purpose. I'm going to prime my face. I'm going to be using the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer to prime my face. So yeah, right now I'm focused on identifying my natural God-given gifts, things that I've kind of learned through my work history and my resume and other areas of community service and just other things that I've been kind of involved in. And I'm really focused on how do I take all of these things that I've learned and that I'm naturally good at and create and find a way to use it that's purposeful for me and purposeful for others, because our gifts are not for us. And that's another issue that a lot of people have. We have these gifts and we want to use them for us. We want to use them how we feel like we should use them, but our gifts are for other people. We use our gifts to reach and to touch other people. Foundation, I'm using the Benefit Hello Happy foundation, soft blur foundation in the number 10. Like I mentioned in my vlog, I kind of had that aha moment. I was asking God to reveal himself. He did just that. And so now this week I've kind of built on top of that. So in addition to God revealing himself and giving me, and guiding my footsteps and showing me the way that he wants me to go, after he's done that, like, show me how. How do you want me to do this? Like, how is this gonna get done? We will use our gifts, but we just may not use them in the way that we thought we were gonna use them. So yeah, I've been in a how, and ideas, y'all, ideas have just been coming to me, and I've just been writing them down. Even if we are good at something, we can be better. And in order to be better, you have to research. You have to find other ways to be better. You have to just nurture those gifts and find out how. How do I get better at this? If this is what I want to do, if this is the purposes God has told me, or if this is the purpose that the universe has enlightened me to, how do I act upon it? This year I have been listening to a lot of podcasts, so I'm just going to kind of tell you guys some of the things that I've been listening to that have kind of helped me. So I will say a lot of the content that I have been listening to has been faith-based, because that's just my background. But if you're not faith-based, a lot of the stuff I mentioned, it will still be useful to you. The first thing is that I I downloaded the Daily Audio Bible app. It costs like $1, and basically it's just an app. You listen to it every day. They read a few scriptures out of the Bible every day, and they kind of talk about what was read, say a prayer, and then that's it. And then within 365 days, you will have read the entire Bible. Most of the posts are less than 30 minutes, so a lot of the times I listen to it like when I'm commuting to work, or after I get to work and I'm just kind of getting settled into my morning. It's something that you can listen to. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and it doesn't eat up a lot of your time. So that's the first thing that I've kind of been implementing into my regular schedule. And not really a podcast, that's just an app. So you can go to your app store on your phone and just download Daily Audio Bible. So podcasts. So I have a few favorite podcasts. I love Amanda Seales' Small Doses. That's not one of the faith-based ones. So with Amanda Seales, she's a actress. She plays in Insecure. She's a comedian. She's a activist. Yeah, and so she has a podcast called Small Doses, and I love Small Doses. It's like, it tackles like real life stuff that a lot of us are dealing with, but she kind of relays the message and kind of talks about them just in a way that's super relatable, and like, man, why didn't I see it that way? Or like, dang, I'm going through this exact same thing right now. So yeah, and she does it in a way that's kind of comical as well. So it's just a really good listen. Another one that I've been listening to is Blessed and Bossed Up with Tatum, Temia. This is more of like a faith-based podcast, but she be speaking to me too. Like, a lot of things she say, I'd be like, just the one yesterday, what was the podcast? Because she uploads every Monday, and her podcast was titled, I Have an Idea, Now What? And that's exactly what I was just talking about when I was saying, like, I've been at, like, the ideas have been coming, and now what do I do with these ideas? Those two are my main two favorite ones. I do listen to Myleik Teele's podcast sometimes. I know she had kind of went on a hiatus, which was on maternity leave for a while, and I kind of fell off listening to her, but I do listen to Myleik Teele's, and hers is good for a lot of working women. If you work like in the traditional work sense, like 9 to 5, she gives a lot of good advice with dealing with stuff in the work environment. And then I also like Rants and Randomness with Luvvie, Ajayi. That one's good. I have some other ones that I have just kind of that I'm subscribed to, but I don't necessarily listen to those as much as the ones that I just mentioned. In addition to my podcast, I've also started listening to motivational speaking. So I was always one of those stubborn people, like, this don't do nothing. Like, motivational speakers, they're just out to make a quick buck. You know, they fill your head with hopes, and that's it. Like, I've never kind of got on the motivational speaking hype. A couple of YouTubers I'm subscribed to have kind of talked about it. And like I said, when you're really down, you start trying anything to kind of help pull you out. And I'm like, well, maybe I should try it. That's kind of how it was. Like, maybe I should try it. I've been listening mainly to Les Brown because I'm still in my infancy stages of motivational speakers. So I haven't like found a lot of them yet. But so far I've been listening to Les Brown, and apparently he's been around for a long time. Like, he was married to Gladys Knight at one point, which I didn't know. But I really like his speeches. And the thing is that a lot of his speeches are old. Like, they're not new speeches, but what he says is so good that it still resonates now with like a lot of stuff that people are going through. If you have any like motivational speaker recommendations, leave them down below because I would love to check them out. Last thing that, well, not the last thing, but another thing that I've been kind of working on is reading. I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with reading throughout the years in my life. So growing up, I used to love reading. Like elementary school, middle school, I used to love reading. And then when I got to high school, I started taking a lot of honors and AP classes. And then once I got to college, like by that time, reading was just a chore for me. So I completely stopped reading leisurely. But right now, I was watching the Fine Guru, and she posted a video titled "The Book That Made Me $10,000 in 1 month." And y'all know YouTube's so clickbaity now, so when I clicked on it, I'm like, okay, like, let's see what this is about. What you gonna dupe me into buying now? Like, that's kind of where my mind was going into watching the video. So she talked about the book, and I was like, whatever, I'll give it a try. So again, it's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And y'all, I started reading that book. I'm only on chapter 6 right now. I haven't got through the entire book yet. But like, when we really want to do stuff and we seek the information, y'all, it's so simple. So what I will say so far about that book, and it tells you this in the book as well, that you have to go into reading it with an open mind. So like she was saying how when she first started reading the book, she made $10,000 in 1 month, right? And the book is not going to give you like, so the book is not going to tell you like, do XYZ, take this amount of money, invest it here, then you're going to flip it and do that. Like, it's not giving you steps like this. The book really like challenges and taps into your subconscious. And so, yeah, it's really working on like your subconscious mind and like the parts of our mind that we really don't use actively, but basically how powerful our minds really are. And so like when I've been saying I've been working on changing my state of mind, that's what I've really been doing. And when you read the book, like I said, you have to have an open mind and you have to be willing to put what they say and what he says in the book into action. And so I'm not gonna lie, when you read it, you're gonna be reading some of this stuff and you be like, I'm not doing this. Like, this sounds ridiculous. How is this gonna help me make money? How is this gonna help me make money? How is this gonna help me do that? But once you really start putting the practices into action, you will see where your flaws at and where you have been going wrong. So yeah, I've been reading that book, and yeah, so far I really like it. I'm really not rushing myself to get through it. I'm trying to take my time and really meditate on the things that they're saying in the book so that like I'll be implementing them right. The next book I have on my list to read is Girl Wash Your Face. So my last video, my vlog is kind of titled, and I told you I had came across a quote, and like when I was reading the quote, I didn't realize how much that quote would sit with me, but it's actually a quote from an actual book. And I'm like, man, if that one quote did it for me, I need to find this book and read it. And the book is actually called Girl Wash Your Face. So that's next on my list to read after I finish this book I'm in now. So I was actually listening to a speech by Les Brown yesterday, and one of the things he said was saying like, opportunity does not knock on every door. It stands by silently waiting for you to take a hold of it. And I'm like, man, that's true. Opportunity comes, like we have chances of opportunity, but if we don't act upon opportunity, then it's just that, it's just an opportunity. You're not gonna get an opportunity, and opportunity is not gonna do the work for you. And I've been in just such a better mood lately. Like the past week like has just been such a good mood for me. Yesterday I was tired, and I'm like, okay, I dealt with this before, I know I'm being tested. And I'm like, because that was my issue before. I was just complaining about how I was so tired about everything with life in general, and I was doing a lot of busy work. Why isn't my life where it's supposed to be? Like, I'm always doing something. It's got to the point where I started removing stuff out of my life to create more time for myself, but I still wasn't getting anything done. I was just working, but not working towards anything. Like, I had nothing to show for all the work that I have been doing. And so when I started feeling myself get tired today, I'm like, okay, where is this tiredness coming from? Like, is this real tiredness? Like, is it just in my mind again? Like, what's happening? And I told myself last night, I'm like, it's okay to be tired because you have been putting in the work for the past week. You have been like working on changing your environment and changing the situation that you've been in. So and you have been seeing results from what you've been doing. So it's okay that you're tired. Our bodies are meant to rest. Rest is a part of human nature. So it's okay to rest, But just make sure when you're not resting, you're actually putting in the time and effort towards whatever you're trying to achieve. You may not have instant results when you're doing a lot of the busy work, and but at some point you should start to see the fruits of your labor. And that's kind of where I was. I've been busy doing busy work for years, and I wasn't seeing any fruits of my labor. It was just work and tiredness. And I knew that something was wrong with that, and now I'm working on changing that. Alright guys, so here is the final look. Just waiting for my hair to dry right now. This is my Wiggins hair. This is the Wiggins Brazilian curly hair. I use this hair for my half up, half down look. They also sent me a closure, so I ended up just taking my old bundles and creating a unit with the closure. So yeah, this is the hair. Oh, and I also dyed it like a deep red burgundy color. You can see it a little bit depending on how the light hits. I don't want my hair to be really big today, so I'm using just some Lotta Body Wrap Me foaming mousse. It creates soft waves, defines curls, tames frizz. So I've just been kind of like putting that on it to kind of weigh it down and give it more of a wet look, because I don't feel like what I'm doing today, I don't really think that the big hair is appropriate. That's it. I hope something that I said today may have helped you or given you confirmation for anything that you may be dealing with. I said this in my vlog. I'm really trying not to come off preachy, but I'm just trying to live my best life and live in my purpose. And when I'm talking about living my best life, I'm trying to like really live my best life, not some pretend, made up, imaginary, overcompensating best life that people are kind of portraying. Like, I really want to live my best life. Like, I'm saying that with conviction, because that's what I really want. Like, not saying it is not enough. I really want to live my best life. So yeah, I don't want to go into a whole nother sermon right now. So this is it. Oh, on my lips, I just applied liner and then my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb on my lips. And that's it. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. If you like these type of videos, turn on your notifications so that you can be notified every time that I upload. Follow me on my social media platforms. Everything will be after this video and linked down below, and I'll see you all next video. Bye.